and gentlemen, our guests today are three remarkable women who have done a great deal in their community. Their impact has changed lives. They are brought to us today through Veola Momon. Veola Momon is a member of the national organization Safe Kids Now, a profound member of her community, and we have been fortunate enough to interview her before. Veola has many aspects to dedicate and to uplift humanity. Today, two of her friends are with her. They are Annie Ried in the center and Erma McKee on the right. Veola, please tell us about what you've got going currently today.
Rebecca, there are so many things that we have to look at today to do for ourselves as senior citizens that it keeps us busy. One of the things that we look at today for seniors is the change that we need. And so we together are looking at the many different aspects that seniors must come together and do in order to support each other when there are times of need. Now, Annie has an organization that really supports so many people, not just seniors, but seniors, young couples, mothers, homeless families. And these are some of the many things that we are looking at today in order to make it even better to serve more people. Irma worked in her community and has worked for many, many years making changes and developing programs in her community. So together what we do is what we look at is how we can have an impact, a very good impact on our neighbors, our friends within our community.
Annie, I would like you to know that it's my honor to interview you today. And Irma, also it is my honor. I am so pleased that you ladies have come forward and had the courage, the strength, and the love to share with everyone what you were doing, because your examples will inspire other people. Annie, tell us about your program.
I have a 501 nonprofit organization that started in '53. I started working with the community, the children, the families, the seniors, the homeless, and I'm still working with them. I also had a personal care home for 4 years that I took care of the seniors, but now I'm doing the seniors and the children and the homeless.
Annie, would you like to tell us what you are doing in your community?
Well, I'm doing for the seniors, the homeless, and the children, and the other family with no husband, single parents.
That's a real need, because we have so many people that are single parents today.
So I do clothing, food, and also furniture. We help support their homes with furniture, food, and clothing.
Oh, that's wonderful. That pretty much gives you a full-time job with all that need, doesn't it?
Yes. But I enjoy doing it.
I bet you're an angel to a lot of people's lives.
Thank you.
Erma McKee, will you tell us what you are doing in your community?
Well, right now I'm working on getting my 501 so that I would like to create a senior citizen information center along with the youth. Working with the youth during this summer as far as programs for sports and whatever. And I work with the seniors on giving information that they need as far as medical information, how to get in touch with certain medical information things. And I work with them on getting information like your senior citizen centers so that they will be able to be active during the daytime.
I think that is absolutely beautiful. Veola, share with us what you were doing with seniors, and does that tie in directly with Irma, or are you working together?
Yes, it does. we have the Senior Citizens for Change group, and we work together. Even though we do have our individual projects, we feel very strongly that in order to move forward and help as many people as possible, especially seniors, working together with our organizations is one of the best way we can assist seniors as well as ourselves, because we all are seniors. And we talk about these needs, and we talk about how we can help each other. It's very important because we cannot function today alone. We have to do a lot of networking, and whatever it is we doing to assist each other, it's just networking, but we support each other in whatever it is that we do. Because when I started Senior Citizens for Change, they were there. They brought seniors. We brought the congressman in. We brought people from other communities. And so whatever it is that Annie is doing, she'll call and say, well, I'm having this dinner and I want you to come. And all of her seniors from her communities during Thanksgiving, during Christmas, and now she's preparing for Mother's Day. So all of this work together. And now we're looking at developing a conference that is we're planning on for June of this year. And so together we will bring in other people that have other thoughts and ideas that will support this, but we're all individual, we have our own individual projects, but together we work.
Well, together I can see you would be a dynamite team. You talked about teaching seniors their value when I last talked to you, about giving them back their self-respect and their purpose. Which one of you would like to address that? Irma?
Well, yeah, that's very important as far as letting seniors know that they don't really have to depend on other people for certain things. They get this information, or I try to give them the information where that they can go for themselves. As far as going to the centers, being with the exercise classes and all of this help you be able to operate. And it also help you be able to connect with other people that sometimes have the same problems or greater. But it help you because it help you to know how to work your thing out.
Thank you. Annie, when it comes to food and things that they need in their home, that's when they come to you, right?
Yeah.
Annie,
Yeah.
you help a lot of people.
Yes.
How do you get the things to give them?
Through donation.
That's marvelous.
Those
So you actually have a team of citizens that care about other people that have come together and provide things, and you distribute them, and you are the person in the center that makes that work.
Yeah. Also, I do the big dinners for the seniors, from 300 to 500 people on Mother and Father's Day and Thanksgiving, and at Christmas, I did 500 children for a toy drive this year.
Wow,
Yes.
that is a huge number. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. A lot of work.
There are a lot of people that would go hungry if it weren't for people like you. Our nation is in hard times, and we are fortunate indeed to be able to have the kind of connection where you've got people that are capable of giving, and you're there with the love and the heart and the caring to be that person in the center to help it go where it's supposed to go. And I've talked to people who have ended up on the street, who have come out of abuse. One woman told me she left an abusive situation with her children and was living in a car and didn't know how she was going to feed them. And if it weren't for people like you, her life would be absolutely desperate, especially this time of year where so much of our nation is cold.
That's right.
Irma, I want you to tell us your favorite story about what your work has brought to you or what has happened.
My favorite activity was a summer program that I decided to do. And I had Zone 4 Police Department working with me, but it was with the kids. But when it ended up, I think I had about 32 children. And I had maybe about 10 kids that was there that they considered ruly kids and nobody could do anything with. And
Irma, share with us some of the ideas you'd like to put together.
oh my goodness, let me see it. Okay, some things that we can put together as far as we as seniors or older, we can help train some of the children on cooking, and we can also teach them some of the things that we used to do. You know, when we kids now don't know how to play. When we was coming up, we could take anything and make something out of it and have fun. You know, we used to make the little ball dolls with the rope, you know, and comb their hair and braid their hair. These are just certain things that we need to do that when we do bring it up, we're old fashioned or we don't do nothing like that. Well, actually, kids today do not know how to play and have a good time.
That's right. I like that.
So those are some of the things that we can do as far as working with the kids. And what we can do with the seniors, we need to motivate them to help teach the kids.
Yes.
And that would also bring that up to date. And, you know, if certain things happen, we'll know what's going on instead of just listening to the younger generation say you old fashioned or you don't do this or you don't do that. Oh, mama, we don't do it that way. We need to just motivate seniors or whatever to do it that way and teach it to the younger generation.
Yes.
Very good idea.
You know what, Rebecca, when she said something about the young people don't know how to play, you know, that's one of the reasons that the 13-year-olds and 12-year-olds feel like they should become adults because they have never learned how to play. And so when they learn how to play, they will be the children that they're supposed to be.
That's true.
And that'll eliminate a lot of the other things. Make the boys play as boys and girls play as girls. And so that was a very, very strong point you hit on.
That was a strong point. When children don't know how to play, they don't know how to experience spontaneous joy. And to experience spontaneous joy comes in creativity. When my kids were little, I took a cereal box and I cut the bottom off of it and helped to make covered wagons and spread a sheet of paper across the top for the loop. And I didn't think much about it. But my nephew, when he grew up, he said, I'll never forget that. Nobody ever did that with me. I'll never forget that. That's amazing.
One of the things I enjoy is creating games for my children and even more so for my grandchildren. Right out here in the street, I would take the 2-liter bottle and cut the top and the bottom off and join them all together and make a long little plastic line. And we throw the ball to see who could throw it hard enough to roll all the way to the end.
Irma, what would you like to tell our listening audience? If you had one thing, one great message for them in your heart, what would that be?
It would be just share your information, share some of your experiences, because you never know with you sharing your experience how much it might help someone else. So my thing would be just share your experiences and try to work closer with other and each other.
That's really important because so many people have an experience and they think they're the only one.
Yes.
And they're afraid to tell. And if you say, yes, I went through that too, then they know you understand.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
And they're so afraid nobody understands them. That was a beautiful point to bring up. So,
Well, I would like for you to invite me back. I really enjoyed it, and it was an experience for me today. And I enjoyed it.
Very good.
Irma, you are invited back. I want you to come back, and you can come back and give your own presentation if you like.
Oh, okay.
And this will also apply to Annie. We'll have you come back and give your own presentation if you like.
Thank you.
And Veola, we're just adopting you. We're not going to let you go at all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Irma.
Okay,
It's
thank
been a
you.
pleasure to have you.
All right, and just call me, and I'll be there.
Would you like to share one of your dreams and desires for the future? What would you like to bring forward in the work that you're doing?
Well, I'd like to do more for the seniors and the children. I do a lot of teaching the children how to cook and how to do gardening. I had gardened in my flower yard, and they was like, I never saw this before. Then I raised vegetables, so they ate some of the vegetables.
So you have taught them about gardening, and they saw vegetables and ate them, and they said they were the best they'd eaten?
Yes.
I think you have a great deal of wisdom to offer. You can teach them basic cooking from real, solid, honest, natural food. Yeah. You can teach them where that food comes from and maybe even how to grow it.
Then I teach them how to go around, take dinners to the seniors like once a month.
Yeah, I think you do enough of it that you must be a very good cook.
They enjoy it, so I guess it's good to them. They said they can't cook like that. They can't cook green taste like that. But I told them all I put in there is a little TLC. People doesn't care.
Well, that's the most important ingredient.
Yes.
That's why restaurants advertise like your mama used to cook. Your seniors are blessed, and your single parents are blessed, and the homeless are blessed because you're in their lives. You show that you care. And most of them are feeling like nobody cares. They come in there feeling like nobody cares, but they know you do. And that is their lifeline to self-respect.
And I've had a lot of the homeless come to the Lord by bringing them down, letting them take a bath and get a haircut and give them clean clothes, even toothbrush and toothpaste. So some of them came to the Lord by that.
That's wonderful. I've interviewed people that have gone in and they said, well, I had to listen to a sermon before I could eat or while I was eating. And by the time I had done it 3 times, I knew I was never leaving. It changed my life. And some of them are now in the lines handing out food and helping others. Yes.
Now I was saying, I had this young man come in that he'd get a bath every other day. He would get a bath, change clothes. I'd give him toothpaste, toothbrush, we cut his hair. And he didn't have a job. And I said, well, what kind of job did you have? He said, I was driving a truck. So I said, well, go get your job. He said, I can't get it back. And I said, the Lord said for you to go get your job back. He went and got his job. When he came back, I didn't even know who he was. He looked so good. So now he got his own truck. He's driving all over the world with his own truck.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's
And
so
he's also
wonderful.
building a home.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Oh, that's wonderful, Annie. Just think what you could do if you could tell those people, get your talent back. Your talent didn't leave.
Yes.
If that door closed, another will open. Your talent's still there.
Right.
Get your talent back. If they believe in their gift, their own personal gift, they don't realize how that makes them more marketable. It actually does open more doors.
That's right. That's right.
But if they no longer believe in themselves because they crossed a certain line in their years. I see people that say, well, I'm a senior now, I don't count. When did we stop counting when we left the workforce? How wrong is that? Now you're the teachers.
That's right.
You just didn't know it.
That's right. One of the things since my surgery that keeps me moving in a forward position is because I want my children, I want my grandchildren, as well as seniors that do have disabilities, that do have any form that limit what they can do, to let them know that though this has taken place with me, I'm still moving, I'm still doing things, that it doesn't interfere with my desire, my passion. And so whenever someone is saying, oh, well, I have this bad knee, and I'm thinking like, but I don't have a right hip, and so my encouragement for what I do works well for me as an example to others. And with me going to school now, it also worked well for my grandchildren as well as my children, because they can't say that, well, I don't want to go to school. Oh, my grandmama's in school, and why am I not going to go to school? So it's been a overwhelming thing that I'm doing, not just for myself, but as an example for others.
Exactly.
My family and others. Yes.
Exactly. It's like I was telling a senior the other day, said if you give up, if you quit, you're teaching your children that when life is hard, it's okay to give up and quit.
Yes.
Is that what you want to teach them?
No, it's not. That's right.
If you're strong, if you're loving, if you're kind, no matter what, you're teaching them a different story.
Yes.
We don't lose our value. We change it in a different direction.
Yes,
Right.
that's right. We transfer all of those skills into something that we can share with others. And I just, if I sat down and didn't do anything right now, I don't even know how I don't know what would happen to me. I don't know what would happen to her if somebody tied her in a chair for 2 days. Yeah, because
Right.
she's so used to moving and doing things. And even with the accident that she was in the other day, she's still up and doing things because of the injury to her back. It hasn't stopped her because her passion drives her. When you have passion, you get the energy for it, even through the hurt.
That's true.
Mhm.
That's powerful.
Yes.
That's very powerful.
Yes.
If we can get our seniors to understand that just because our nation is in an economic crisis and there aren't that many jobs doesn't mean they lost their value.
Right.
The value is not in necessarily the job. That helps us. Thank God we get jobs.
Yes.
We need jobs. We want jobs. But your value is based on who you are,
Yes.
what you have. They don't understand it, especially men. They get so discouraged when they can no longer hold down a job and work or bring home any money that
Yes.
they make decisions that aren't good,
That
and some of
heard
them
that.
very
That's
stuff.
right. That's right. That's very
Yeah.
true. I have a friend that when he's not able to make money, it just changes his whole perspective of living. He doesn't feel worth anything. He can't think right. And I'm thinking like, but that's not the way, I look at my situation. I didn't know where I was going to go and what I was going to do after my surgery. But I began to realize I'm a senior, and so let's just do something. So I started calling my friends together, and we just started meeting. And from that, it motivated me to go to the next step. There's a desire that needs to be fulfilled, and so that's what I do. And when you do something, then other things begin to fall into place too. But money is not everything. It pays for the things we need, but it is not the thing that starts the car. It's not the thing that starts the energy. It's not the thing it's the mindset. What you really want to do and how you want to do it, start with somebody at home. Start with, well, let me call my grandchild and see how they're doing. Start with something to begin to put energy back into what you took it out of.
Money is a value, but it's not an intangible value.
Right.
The intangible values cannot be purchased. When we throw away our intangible values, we lose our humanity.
Yes.
Money divides us by class, neighborhood, by social things. And our integrity as human beings does not divide us. It unites us. And it is the greater value. And we must get back there if we are going to change what's going on in this world.
Well said. Very well said. Thank you. Thank you for
You know.
saying that. Yes, wonderful.
If it feels wrong, it usually is. If they're afraid to be responsible, if they've never been taught responsibility, if they believe the world is going to take care of them and somebody's going to be responsible for them, they are easy victims for organized crime. Our boys and our girls.
Well, we have to do everything we need to do, and based upon my calling, based upon Annie's calling, based upon your calling and all of this wisdom that we have here today, I feel that our responsibility is a large one. And I'm willing to face mine and pull together all of those that have been standing firm with me, because throughout the years, Annie and I, when we met, Annie was doing some volunteer work over at Tube Bank.
Oh my God.
You remember that?
Yes.
And I was doing some volunteer work over there too. And so we were standing talking and It just something we stayed in touch with. And that was quite a few years ago.
Yes.
Good Lord, what, back in late, it was either 89 or 90 or something like that, but it was a long time ago. And so we've been in contact over the years, and I keep telling her that, there are things I want to do for her, especially after I heard about these wonderful things she's been doing. And so we just keep coming together and coming together. And so at this time, I feel the knowledge that we've acquired, the people that we know, that it's time for the Big Bang Theory. Everything come together and go like kapow. Here it is.
Wow.
Yeah, we have some dynamic women that are also a part of this, even though it's just us sitting here at this moment. But there are some ladies with ideas and thoughts that they've been working at and talking about with me for a number of years. And so it's time for it to be done. It's time to do it. I told them, been telling them the talking is over. It's time to do. We've done some things together, but it's time to really pull it all together. You know that string that draws everything together? This is it. It just goes so good. Just encourage my thinking and bring forth other thoughts. And it connects and it becomes this circle of energy. And I just love sharing, I love these moments we have. I really do.